One clap. Let's get it. Welcome back to another episode of the Late Night Show with Dr. Kojo. I am your host, Dr. Kojo, and we're talking about 12 early signs of mania today. We're going to roll it back and go back to the basics. Talk about mania. Keep it educational, also keep it funky and fresh and comedic. I always want to make sure that my people can laugh and learn at the same time. We want to entertain and educate. All right. And we're talking about 12 early signs of mania. We are streaming live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So we're streaming on multiple different platforms tonight, and we're going to have a great show. We're going to kick it off by doing introductions. All right. My name is Kojo, checking in from the West Coast. Go ahead and use the comment section to let me know where you are checking in from today and your name if it doesn't already show. All right. And as people are, grabbing a seat and getting filed in, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the next comedy show that we have on the tour. The big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour is underway, and we are taking the show on the road to Nashville, Tennessee. It's my hometown, Nashville, Tennessee, on May the 31st. The first show sold out. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. The first show sold out, and we now have a second show in Nashville on May 31st. All right. So we're gearing up for Nashville. I'm feeling good. I am ready for the show. I'm ready to see y'all. It's going to be an amazing time. After that, we're going to be in New York City. All right. That's June 11th at Rodney's Comedy Club in New York City. The following week, we're going to be in Chicago, Illinois, June 18th at the Comedy Bar. So for those of y'all who are here for the comedy, those are the comedy dates. We have Leilani checking in from New York City. Leilani, how are you? And then I'm going to look on TikTok and see who we have here. We have Makai. We have Taylor. Connie just followed. I appreciate that, Connie. Taylor just followed. I appreciate all the follows. It's taking a while for people to get seated here. So we'll let people go ahead and come on into the live stream. So as people are filing on in, I just want to say that we are also going to add more cities and more dates as we go. In fact, we added Chandler, Arizona, the Phoenix area. So we added that September 17th, I should think. Let me double check. And we added a show for San Diego, December 3rd. So San Diego, California is December 3rd. Let me make sure that's the right date. Yes, San Diego, California is December 3rd. Chandler, Arizona, or Phoenix, is September 17th. All right. Leilani said she had a phone with her at the psych hospital before. Hey, shout out to those people who are able to sneak phones into the psych hospital because they're supposed to pat you down, but I guess some people are able to sneak it on in. We have Robin in Montana. We have Love from New Zealand. Okay, we have an international audience. We have Taylor from New Zealand on TikTok. Okay. All right. So we got some love from New Zealand, New York, Montana, people from all over the world. Dom, how are you? What's my wish for the world? My wish for the world is for people to be able to tap into gratitude. Obviously, we can wish for a lot of things, but the ability to feel grateful, an unlimited potential for us to feel grateful. That is what I want for the world. We got Mel checking in from Nova Scotia, Canada. Trinidad in the house. Patrick checking in from the United Kingdom. Patrick, good to see you. We have Jonas on TikTok checking in from Norway. Jonas, that's what's up. Dina checking in once again. Dina, good to see you. Once again, checking in from Sydney, Australia. Panzen checking in from Pennsylvania. We have love from Virginia. Awesome. People checking in from all over the world. People currently saying we keep up the good work. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. All right, guys. So we have, let me get my list here. 12 early signs of mania or hypomania. That's what we're talking about today as Chris from St. Louis, Missouri files on in. Okay, awesome. So we're talking about 12 early signs of mania. If you don't know what mania is the distinguishing feature of bipolar disorder. So if you have no mania, you have no bipolar. All right. You have to have some form of mania to have some form of bipolar disorder. I hope that makes sense. You have hypomania, which is like a baby version of mania. Then you have mania, which is exaggerated, much more dangerous, much more fun, but dangerous. And we got to be mindful of that, right? So catching mania early is the key to riding out a manic episode. You can ride it out at home and have the support of your family members and friends, and you can check in with your psych and get adjustments to your medications, or you could go to the psych hospital. You can come and see Dr. Kojo at the psych hospital, and that's one way to do it. So mania is the distinguishing feature of bipolar disorder, and you can have ADHD and bipolar. You can have autism and bipolar. So bipolar doesn't always come by itself. I think that's very important to know. It doesn't always come by itself. So let's talk about the 12 early signs of mania. All right. Let me. All right. I had to block somebody real quick. Mr. Dripping out the shot. Oh, you must have gone back to watch your live stream after the fact. Leilani says, my friend recently went through a bad manic episode. She makes the time money, asked me to catch up her food. I'm like, I spent $1,000. Mania can be very costly. Mania can cost you a lot of money. It can cost you a lot of money, especially once you check your bank account and you see the damage that's been done. It's tough to look at and see that you're out of money after you made so much. And Addie, I am neurodivergent. How else you think I would know all this stuff? Addie on TikTok is asking if I'm neurodivergent. I'm definitely neurodivergent. All right. All right. So, and Ellie, good to see you on TikTok. Good to see you again. Sleeping less without feeling tired. Feeling tired. You know too much. I do know too much. I know a thing or two. All right. 12 early signs of mania. Sleeping less without feeling tired. All right. The person who sleeps 3 or 4 hours and they wake up feeling energized. That's possibly an early sign of mania. You're sleeping less, but you still feel rested. All right. You wake up feeling like you've had 10 stimulants and 3 Red Bulls, and you only slept for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, that's a potential early sign of mania. Potential early sign of mania. All right. And when I say sleeping less, I'm talking about anything from 2 to 4 hours. Ideally, you want to get 6.5 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And I say 6.5 because I'm trying to give y'all a wide range. All right. I'm trying to give y'all some leeway here. Not all of us are able to get that much sleep. And most of us don't even track our sleep. I'm a big fan of tracking your sleep. That's why I have this Oura ring right here. People think that this is a wedding band, or sometimes I will wear this ring on this hand because my fingers, sometimes this one will feel fat, and so I will wear this on this hand sometimes, and people think that it's a wedding ring or band or whatever, and it's not. It's an Oura ring, and it's primarily for tracking my sleep. It could do more things than this tracking sleep, but for me, tracking sleep is very, very, very important. Like I said, you want to get at least 6.5 to 8 hours of sleep a night. I got me a lot of sleep last night, so I feel great. The night before, I didn't get that much sleep, but I still had that glow about me. But last night, I got sleep. So, and Carol, 6.5 to 8 hours of solid sleep. If it's broken up into pieces, that's fine. But ideally, you want to get a total of 6.5 to 8 hours of sleep. And mania, yeah, treating mania can be exhausting. So experiencing it is exhausting. It's tiring to be manic, and sometimes you don't know until after the fact. All right, you don't know until after the fact. So the sleep is normally a key early sign when sleep changes. All right, now the second, ooh, you slept 10 plus hours last night. That must be good. And then right underneath Lavia's comment, you have Patrick saying, "Sleep. What's that?" The jokes write themselves. Patrick is like, "Sleep. Who needs sleep? Who needs sleep? I don't need sleep." Second early sign of mania: talking way more than usual. Talking way more than usual. Okay, so we all have friends who could be a bit loquacious, right? Now, with the people who tend to talk a lot in general, whenever they're talking pretty fast or rapidly, it's hard to maybe see. But for somebody who doesn't talk that much, if they're talking way more than usual, and if they're talking way faster than usual, that could be a key sign that they are experiencing mania or hypomania. So, speech patterns are very important to look at. How fast are you talking? Are you talking so fast that other people can't even get a word in? That's something that you want to look at. That is something that you want to look at. Oh yeah, I got a vocabulary today. I said loquacious. I got big words today. I got big words today. Daisy on TikTok says, "I just woke up and it's 3 a.m. and now the sleep is a sign." Shoot. We're like, hey, look, if it's 3 a.m. where you're at, you're probably like in England or somewhere in Europe or maybe in West Africa. If you got to get some sleep, all of these live streams can be watched after the fact. So we're streaming on 6 different platforms, but you can go back and watch these live streams on my Facebook page or on my YouTube page. So if it's 3 a.m. where you're at right now, you got to get some sleep. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm okay with that. And Bernie asked a great question on TikTok. What if the sleep and talking started after taking a new antidepressant? That's a sign that antidepressant probably pushed you into a manic episode, and antidepressants have a tendency to do that. So these are things that you have to be educated on whenever you start a new antidepressant. And sometimes your doctors won't let you know that. Maybe they forgot. But if they didn't let you know, now you know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And indifference personified on TikTok. I appreciate you. And Lib, congratulations on graduating from college. Congrats. What an accomplishment. Congratulations. Number 3, feeling unusually confident or unstoppable. And we will kind of go through these faster than normal because we got 12. Normally we have like 4 or 5. We got 12 tonight. We have an aspiring mental health practitioner in the chat. Liv, we need as many providers as we can have. So congratulations. Congratulations. Somebody said, "Hello, handsome doctor." I don't know why I read that in an accent, but I just feel like it needs to be read in an accent. "Hello, handsome doctor." More time for Q&A after. Yeah, facts. Feeling unusually confident or unstoppable. All right. If there's a sudden increase in your confidence and it came out of nowhere, that's potentially an early sign of mania. All right. And it sucks that confidence sometimes is the sign that you're not well. A sign that you're not well. Ain't that crazy? Especially when you spend a lot of your time depressed. If you have bipolar 2, it tends to look like depression and anxiety. So you spend a lot of time in a depressive funk. So whenever you feel good, you're like, oh, I must be doing better. And sometimes you can do so much better to where you're not well. So if there's an increase in confidence out of nowhere, could be a sign, could be an early sign of mania. So you need to be on the lookout for that. Lovia saying, "Live and take my place. I'm reducing my hours." Now, it's important to watch how many hours that you have as a provider, because you can get compassion fatigue. We can get burnt out. Psychiatry is, I mean, I don't think it's like that difficult, but it can take a toll on you. It can take a toll on you. So it's important that you make sure that you take some time for yourself. Someone says my boyfriend is at his ex-girlfriend's apartment. Okay, I don't know what you have going on, but I don't know why he's at his ex-girlfriend's apartment, but looks like you have some interesting decisions to make if your boyfriend is at his ex-girlfriend's apartment. Maybe he's just picking up a hoodie. We'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's just picking up a hoodie or something like that. Like, he might not be shucking. We'll see. I started with 35. Now 10. Now goes 4. Yeah. At some point, you have to reduce your load. At some point, you have to because there's only so much you can do as a person. You have to have the capacity. You got to have the capacity. Shelb says, I have bipolar 2 and I've been on Lexapro and Seroquel for a few months. Never been more stable. Shelbs, congratulations to you for finding the right medications. And it can take some time to find the right meds with your psych, but congrats. Stability is a good look for you. It's a good look for you. So feeling unusually confident or unstoppable. Number 4, racing thoughts. All right, so racing thoughts is something that you can experience not just in bipolar disorder, but ADHD, you can have racing thoughts, anxiety, you can have racing thoughts, OCD, social anxiety, autism. There's a lot of different conditions that can lead to you having a lot of racing thoughts. And one thing about racing thoughts is that it'll make it hard for you to sleep sometimes. It can be very hard to sleep when your brain is constantly going and going and going and going and going and going. You may have to tire yourself out with a workout or reading a book. Reading books at night is a great way to make yourself naturally tired because you're not on the phone. The phone is stimulating. The phone is a problem. Like, I have to have a whole game plan for how I get off of my phone at night. So racing thoughts is not going to help out with any insomnia that you already have, but it could be an early sign of mania, especially if there's an increase in racing thoughts. An increase in racing thoughts. So let's say you went to your psych and, it's a new appointment or a follow-up appointment and they adjust some medications and you're having racing thoughts. In fact, you're having more racing thoughts. It could be a sign that y'all are going in the wrong direction. You may have to reverse course and go this way, right? You may have to reverse course and go this way. Reverse your course. Reverse your course. And Chubb says, that's a good thing. I love to read. Well, I'm happy that more people are reading nowadays. I'm an audio book person, but I'm learning to appreciate the physical copy. I'm learning to appreciate it. Let me see. Number 5. Oh, this is a big one right here. Starting huge projects suddenly. Starting huge projects suddenly. All right. Somebody who comes to you and it's, maybe 4 a.m. or 2 a.m., especially when these projects are started at night. Like if you get a text from somebody at 2:42 a.m. and they're talking about a brand new business that they're going to start or brand new multiple businesses that they're going to start. Could be a sign. Could be a sign. And especially if they text you like in paragraph form, like they have like a whole, like big chunks of text. I'm gonna start this business and that business and this and that. And it's in the wee hours of the morning. Could be a sign. Could be a sign that the mania is starting. Could be a sign that the mania is starting. There's a little cha-cha slide going on in the comment section I see. A potential early sign of mania. So it's important to keep that in mind. Then number six, impulsive spending. Impulsive spending. All right. Now, there's many different conditions that can lead to impulsive spending. And also with life in general, it's harder to not be impulsive. If you look At the way things are marketed to us. It's marketed in a way that we're able to purchase things in one click. With one click, you can purchase items off the TikTok shop. With one click, you can purchase things off of Amazon. You can purchase shows and movies and subscriptions in just one click. So that makes impulsivity a bigger problem for people who have that tendency to just do things without, planning for it. All right. So impulsive spending is something that you can see a lot with mania. And this is one of the most harmful signs of mania, because if you impulsively spend, at some point, like money is finite. The money will get lower, or the credit card bill will get higher. So impulsive spending, keep an eye on that one. And Kimberly on TikTok says, "Ooh, that's me. I'm very impulsive on many things. I've gotten better, but I do still love to spend." And at least she has to be stoned to deal with people. Okay, respect. And look, when it comes to spending money, if you just like spending money in general, like you just like balling out, like you just like to spend money, what I would say is take a wad, like a handful of cash, maybe like $50, right, in like $5 bills and $1 bills, and go to a dollar store and physically spend that $50 and get as many dollar items as you can get. Because sometimes it's just the spending that you want to do. So if you want to spend, go to the dollar store. We're not going to go to Neiman Marcus. We're not going to the mall. We're not going to the Apple store. Those places will get you in trouble when you're feeling impulsive. Go to the dollar store. Go somewhere where $50 will take you pretty far. And nowadays $50 doesn't last long, but you can go to the dollar store. A little Dollar General, never hurt nobody. A little Dollar Tree, never hurt anybody. And a lot of those items are not dollar anymore, so everything's getting more expensive. But Dollar General, Dollar Tree, your local thrift store, anywhere where you can get a lot of items for a little bit of money. All right. Dollar General, $1.03. I said $3. I said $1.03. That's funny. Five Below. Somebody mentioned Five Below on TikTok. Five Below. So if it's called Five Below, I don't want to see anything that's more than $5. If you call it Five Below, like don't call it Five Below and charge me $6. It needs to be five or below after tax. It might be 10 below now. That's funny. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 10 below now or 30 below. The way inflation is going. All right. We still have 99-cent stores in some areas. And yeah, New York will do that. That's the cool thing about New York City. One of the best cities, on the planet. Speaking of New York City, I'll be there June 11th at Riley's Comedy Club. We're playing in. But 99-cent stores in New York for the win. For the win. All right. The seventh sign of early sign mania, becoming unusually. Can I spell unusually? Why can't I spell? Unusually is an unusual word. Unusually. That's an unusual word. Anyways, becoming unusually social. I don't know why I was tripping on that word. All right. Somebody who's become unusually social. And this is your friend who they like being at home. You ask them to go out, they're like, nah, like I already went out on Tuesday. I'm good. I want to be at home. Like I just want to be at home. This is your homebody friend who wants to go everywhere all of a sudden. On a random Tuesday, they hit you up and they want to go salsa dancing. They want to go play basketball. They want to go to the gym. They want to accompany you on errands. They have this idea for this over here. They want to go to the beach. They want to go to the mountains. All of a sudden, you become unusually social. That's the type of thing that we look for when we're looking at early signs of mania. Somebody who's become unusually social. Now you're the life of the party, but at heart, you're an introvert. All of a sudden, you are the life of the party. The life of the party. Okay, so if you become unusually social, that's something that we need to look at. as a potential early sign of mania. And there's nothing wrong with being social, okay? Or even unusually social. There's nothing wrong with that. But when there's an increase in someone's desire to be social, as providers, we look at that as a potential sign of mania. We're like, yeah, something could be going on here. Maybe I don't need to up their antidepressant. Maybe they need a mood stabilizer right now. Maybe they need a mood stabilizing agent as opposed to doubling up on the Wellbutrin. And Leilani says, how do you detect if someone is just hyperactive versus manic? My cousin is bipolar and looks like hyperness sometimes. I'm hyper sometimes as well. So the key with mania is that all these symptoms, they would happen concurrently. Look at my vocabulary today. Concurrently. What a big word. These symptoms would happen concurrently, right? They're happening at the same time. On top of that, there's an elevation or irritability in the mood. So mania is a state that lasts for some time, right? At least 4 days if it's hypomania, at least a week if it's full-blown mania. So somebody who was just hyper, that person could be super hyper on a random Wednesday, then Thursday they're kind of like subdued. Or you might be hyper for like, a day and a half, and then after that you kind of run out of energy. But somebody who has a sustained elevation in mood or a sustained irritability of mood, and you're going days where your sleep is cut, and then you're unusually social, you're more impulsive, and all the symptoms that I'm mentioning here, then we start to think of mania. So mania is more so a sustained state that lasts for at least 4 days. At least 4 days, all right? At least 4 days. Gina, you like the vocabulary, Gina? Yeah, I'll read my dictionary. I got some vocabulary for y'all. I've been hanging out in the suburbs. Look at my vocabulary. God is good. My extrovert phase won't last longer than a day. Right. If that's the case, then you know that if you have a week where all of a sudden you feel like an extrovert every single day, that would be unusual for you. Definitely unusual. Number 8, speaking of irritability or agitation, increased irritability or agitation. All right. So for somebody who is all of a sudden easily bothered or easily agitated, you become hella snappy out of nowhere. This is what I'm talking about. You become hella snappy out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you're so easily bothered. Somebody do something to you that normally wouldn't piss you off. Like you made it a big deal. Like you blow up over the relatively small things. All right. And Shelf says, could this go towards hypomania as well? Yes, it can go towards hypomania. Hypomania is mania, but it's just not as pronounced. That's why it's harder to catch. Hypomania just looks like you being more confident. Sometimes it looks like you gaining the confidence that you were looking for your whole life. Like it doesn't even feel like it's a mental illness. It just feels like you tapped into that, second level of who you were always meant to be. That's why hypomania is so hard to catch. And Mish Tico on TikTok says, this is me right now, but I'm always snappy. Or if you're always snappy, then this is not what I'm talking about. Because some people just tend to be a bit more snappy than others. This is an increase in irritability and agitation. So for some reason, you're just more snappy. Like you become noticeably more snappy. Some days my mood can go from laughter to extremely depressed and crying that I'm okay again. Irritability is definitely the issue for me. And look, if you're easily irritable, it's helpful to know what makes you irritable, whether it's hormones or whether it's people, and try your best to limit the triggers. Sometimes you're just in the area that's too loud, so you're gonna be irritable. Sometimes you're with the in-laws, so that makes you irritable. Other times the kids are being loud, that makes you irritable. So it's helpful to know what makes you irritable and try your best to generally avoid that or to not stay in that environment for too long. All right. And Natasha says, I have hypomania. I love it because I feel like myself when I have mania. Right. So the thing with bipolar is nobody really complains about the hypomania or the mania. It's more so the depression that's frustrating. But the mania or hypomania that's the part that we like. Your videos have got me through so much. Thank you for continuing to make this content. I'm Amiana. I think that's how you say it. Amiana, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We will keep the content coming. I love to make content. Some days I don't, actually. Some days I don't. But generally speaking, content creation, I love it. Like I'll go balls to the wall, make my videos, post so many. I can post like 8 in a day. And then next day I can post like 5, 6. And the next day I can post 2. And then I won't post for 2, 3 days. But then I'm always coming back. I'm always coming back. Somebody says, can you recover from THC-induced psychosis if you stop and not need bipolar medications? Yes, if the psychosis is caused by THC, cannabis, gardening, then stopping it can make the psychosis go away. So that's the good news with substance-induced psychosis. Generally, avoiding that substance can lead to you, not being psychotic anymore. You like to say balls often? Yeah, I do. I do say balls often. And sometimes I have some fancier words for y'all, and sometimes I just have my middle school words, like balls. I make the Mania work for me, but it does make my anxiety go through sometimes. If you can make the Mania work for you, shout out to you. But like you said, it can be anxiety-inducing. And Shelp says, that's why I was diagnosed with bipolar 2, because my depressive episodes were really dark before meds. Right. The depression and bipolar is, I don't want to say it's a bigger problem, because like, who's to say which one is, worse, the depression or the mania? The mania is more fun, but can be dangerous. The depression is not fun, and it can also be dangerous for obvious reasons. Is it possible to have mania with an OCD diagnosis? No, if you have mania, you have bipolar. Mania is the distinguishing feature of bipolar disorder. I vote for the softballs. Softballs. That's funny. Oh yeah, James. We're swinging big with the vocabulary today. We're swinging big. Now, I'm gonna subconsciously look to force big words in today's live stream. So I gotta hold back from doing that. I gotta let the big words come out of me naturally. I want them to just like flow naturally for me. These big words that I have within myself. All right. Ooh, number nine. Feeling unusually. There goes that word again. Unusually productive. Feeling unusually productive. Now we know our capacity. We know how many things we can do in a single day. I think all of us know this. On the average day where you get a decent amount of sleep, you know that you can get maybe 2, 3 things done in a day. You can go to work and maybe get one errand done. Maybe do the laundry. Maybe you can get an oil change afterwards. But you don't have the biggest capacity to get a lot of things done. So when you have a week where not only can you go to work, but you can go to work, you can catch up with family members and friends, you can start different projects, you can see things through to completion, you can clean the house. If your capacity is all of a sudden expanded, that increase in productivity could be mania. I'm not saying that it is, but it could be mania. So it's important to track your normal capacity and to compare it to whenever your mood is a bit more irritable or when you're just a bit more snappy. Thought they were going to say BDE. That's funny. And Jazz says, I think bipolar depression feels so bad in type 2 because hypomania feels normal. Right. The hypomania can feel like it feels so normal to you. Like you feel like this is how I should always be. And with mania, you tend to have this crash that happens afterwards, right? So hypomania, you're right here. The mania, you're right here. Either way, you're riding high on both. You're riding high on both. But afterwards, that crash is just so devastating. It really sucks. It really sucks. And that's why sometimes when you're manic, you try your best to get things done because you know that you can't get anything done once the mania is over with. You'll be stuck in bed and you're going to be depressed, and the negative inner voices can take over, right? Number 10. Number 10, an increase in risk-taking behavior. So if all of a sudden you have a desire to, maybe get a little tipsy and then try and drive, get a little high and try and drive, get a little fried or tipsy right after work or sometimes even before work. Any type of risky behavior, an increase in that could be an early sign of mania. All right. Reckless driving, unsafe sex. All right. And uh, theoretically, I think people term safe sex as using protection. I'm not talking about that necessarily. I'm talking about when you do the Mickey Ficky with somebody and it's not premeditated. Okay. And we'll talk about hypersexuality in a second. That's my next one. So I'll leave that for my next one. Jaywalking can also be risky behavior. Jaywalking can be risky behavior, Patrick. So yeah, it definitely can. But with sex, if it's not, normally it's premeditated, right? You meet somebody and things progress naturally. And oh, I like you. Oh, I like you too. Oh, okay, we should talk here. We should get up. Eventually it leads to both of y'all, exercising horizontally in the bed. The good old shucking, the good old Mickey Ficky. But there's normally a natural progression of things. Now, when mania kicks in, you don't have that filter to like decide, do I like this person? Do I want to do this? Like, I'm not sure about this. You just kind of feel and then you do. You feel and you do. And also, it could be with a random person, somebody that you just met. You may have met this person 3-4 hours ago, and all of a sudden y'all are in the bed shucking. So that's what mania can lead to, and that's why obviously it can be dangerous. Now, I've had people ask, "Oh, what if I meet a person this way?" Theoretically, yes, you could meet your person that way. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. But generally speaking, by and large, that's a pretty dangerous way to, to go about hooking up with somebody. Pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. It can never be with a rando. And also, like, people have different definitions of what's a rando. Like, how many times do you have to, know somebody or see them before, you can get to the good old Mickey Ficky. But with mania, it would be somebody. Not that it always is, but a lot of times there's just not a lot of thinking before you follow through with it. The key is just the thrill. You want the thrill. Can I get away with driving a little high, a little drunk? Can I get away with spending my last couple of dollars and opening up this business in a domain that I have no knowledge about? You're going to spend your life savings on this business that you know nothing about, but you just have a feeling that it could work. It's pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. All right. I've worked so hard on controlling that. Thankfully, my husband is helping me talk through things or helping me make smart decisions. But it takes me focusing a lot on control. And it helps having people who know you, people who can pick up on the fact that you're talking a little faster than normal, that you're just a bit more irritable than usual, that you're staying up into the wee hours of the night, sending long paragraphs. And when people can catch these symptoms early, then you would do better, right? You would do better. And for those people who just now joined, because somebody's asking on TikTok, I'll recap the first 10 and then I'll go to 11. Number 1, the 12 early signs of mania. Oh, wow. Alicia. Let me read this comment from TikTok. Alicia says, I bought a $30,000 RV before I was diagnosed. Yeah, it's Mania is waking up one day and saying, I'm gonna spend $30,000 in this RV. I just feel like I need it. Boom. Money spent. And Patrick, I am thirsty. Can somebody drop the magic word in the chat? Somebody drop the magic word in the chat as I read out the 10 signs that we spoke about already. All right. So sleeping less without feeling tired, number 1. Number 2, talking way more than usual. Number 3, feeling unusually confident or unstoppable. Number 4, racing thoughts. Number 5, starting huge projects suddenly. Number 6, impulsive spending. Number 7, becoming unusually social. Number 8, increased irritability or agitation. Number 9, feeling unusually productive. Number 10, risk-taking behaviors. And before we get to 11, get some water in. Magic word is cheers. Y'all get some water in. Make sure you can, be hydrated. We're probably a bit behind on our water goals for the day. I know I am. So let's get this water in. Whew. My best mag purchase was a glass dragon filled with Armenian brandy for $3.50. Oh wow. Oh, every now and then, look, you'll come across a purchase that you made when you're manic that is pretty useful or something that you like. So you just never know. You never know. All right, number 11. All right. Hypersexuality. Did I spell it correctly? Whatever. All right. So hypersexuality. All right. So keep in mind, when you're manic, you are your most confident, maybe of all time. You feel very confident. You feel very sexy. You feel amazing. This might be the best that you've ever felt in your life. And if you combine a lot of confidence and an increased interest in sex together, you're gonna have somebody who is, flirting way more. And what do we know about flirting? You have to flirt in order to, attract the opposite sex or whatever you're interested in. So the more you flirt, the higher your likelihood of finding romantic partners. So if you're just way more confident and you're not in your head thinking about, oh, will they like me or not? Or like, oh, do they think I'm weird? You don't think about whether they think you're weird because you are your most confident. You feel amazing. So you're not going to have any doubts. You're not going to second guess yourself. You're going to want somebody and you're going to shoot your shot. You're going to be like Steph Curry. You're going to be shooting a lot of shots over and over and over and over and over, just over and over and over. All right. So increased flirtings can lead to a lot of hookups and impulsive romantic decisions. And, the attention that you crave at this, period in the middle of this mag episode, could be dangerous. Like this could end you back up with your ex. You could send a couple of you up text messages to your ex and the situation was already over and done with, but now you rekindle something that was already dead because you're feeling hypnotic, supersonic, funky fresh. When Mo comes out with the chain, and it's MUO. When Mo comes out with the chain, oh yeah, Mo's a different beast. Mo's a different beast now. And Kimberly says, for me, I never go beyond flirting. I'm not that manic. Okay. And Gina says, that's how I get when I get drunk. It's similar to that when you have that liquid courage. So that's actually a good comparison. It's actually a good comparison right there. My mania is the reason why I own so many clothes and purses. Okay. So yeah, it's important to keep that in mind. All right. So hypersexuality was number 11. Number 12, feeling spiritually or philosophically, but spiritually mainly, feeling spiritually chosen. All right. When you're manic, this is more so for mania than hypomania. All right. When you're manic, you can deal with something called psychosis, which is a break from reality. So when you are psychotic, okay, and a lot of people you'd be shocked at how many folks are living life with low-grade psychosis. A lot of people are psychotic and just living life, and you would never know it, and they would never know it because it's a low-grade psychosis. but you can have grandiose thoughts and you can feel like you're chosen by God to do certain things. You can feel very spiritually connected. And it's tough to decipher between somebody who is just a strong Christian and religious psychosis. It's fairly hard to tell because the line is so thin, But as mental health providers, we all know that there's a clear line of demarcation between. There goes another big word, demarcation. Look at me, a clear line of demarcation between somebody who is, a Christian and they serve God, and somebody who feels like they're chosen, and religious, grandiose delusions. So that's something that we look out for clinically. And what to do if you're flirting for a month, but you don't actually want sex is validation. All right. So in that case, you just want the validation. You can get the validation in other areas. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you want sex. It could just mean that you want connection or attention or both. Or both. Or both. Someone says, I don't know the difference between normal Christian or religious psychosis. So when it's religious psychosis, I'd say that you have this difficulty getting the person to rationalize with, I don't want to say common sense, but everyday things. All right. So if somebody feels like they're connected to God spiritually and they feel like they don't need to, like, I don't have to pay my car note this month because God's going to provide. Okay. If you don't pay your car note for many months in a row, they take your car. If you don't pay your rent for many months in a row, they evict you. So somebody who can feel connected may say, all right, I'm not going to pay this. Like, God will take care. Like, when you disregard your own agency and your own ability to do things, and you defer to a higher power, then that's when we start to think about religious or spiritual psychosis. And to the untrained eye, like I said, it can be very difficult to tell. You could say, oh, this person's just they're a strong Christian. They're just, like, they're just doing what they're supposed to do. But to those of us who are mental professionals, we're like, okay, yeah, we've crossed over into psychosis. And Gina says, this sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Okay. And Ricky says they be missing the point. Yeah, right. Is there a risk of triggering a mag episode from psychosis meds? I don't normally see mania caused by antipsychotics, honestly. They tend to fix the psychosis. But as we know, medications can have a paradoxical effect. Another big word. And paradoxical meaning that whatever you intended for that thing to do, it does the opposite. So theoretically, yes, some meds, including antipsychotics, could cause psychosis. But that's not what you would expect. No. Yeah, Jessica, we're talking about psychosis tonight. To be honest, I was going through a phase where a coworker was leading me on and then bullying. Oh, heck no. They were leading you on and then bullying you? Oh, heck no. What? And then I think I cracked and started behaving wild like Marilyn Monroe, or super attractive for 2 months. But I have ADHD and pretty sure autism. Okay. This is interesting. Loki kind of sounds like harassment. A coworker leading you on, then bullying you. Well, I'm not sure if you're asking if this is mania or not. There's no way to truly say. It doesn't have to be mania, but you could have, somebody who's manic could start behaving wild like Marilyn Monroe. And I'm not even sure how wild Marilyn Monroe was acting back in the day. I'm familiar with her story, but I don't know how wild she really was. And Incredible Geek on TikTok says, if by chosen you mean prophet, rare, but if pastor, then many can be. Right. So if somebody wants to be a pastor, like, We get that. But then when you start referring to yourself in third person, and you say that you're a prophet, like chosen by God, that's when we're kind of crossing over. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, after you've been in the work field for quite some time, you know that it's not the best idea to hook up with your coworkers. And the ironic thing about that is that work is where you tend to meet romantic partners, because like you spend the majority of your day at work. So like a lot of people meet their people at work. But ideally speaking, you want to stay away from shucking your coworkers, or maybe somebody goes to a different unit. Yeah, not the best idea when you have to work with them in close proximity every day. All right, every day. Does psychosis cause damage to the brain physically? So, great question right there. Great question. Psychosis can age the brain. Psychosis and manic episodes can age your brain, and it can affect IQ over time. And yeah, guys, we're in the Q&A section of the live stream. So throw your questions at me about this topic or about other things. Just don't throw them at me. See, a different department even, or right. Like if you have to work with somebody that you're hooking up with, try to get to a different department. Okay, if you must be the same company, try and get to a different department. Okay, so at least you can maintain decorum. And you might, that could be your person. Maybe you quit that job and find another one. But if you can remain at the same job, try and find a different a different department. I tried to look as unattractive as possible to work. I don't want. Okay, I cannot relate to this. So obviously, I don't want my patients to be attracted to me, but everywhere I go, I put that shit on. I gotta look good. I gotta look good. I put it on. But I will say, okay, like if I'm at the psych hospital, like, ooh, y'all heard that correct? Oof. If I'm at the psych hospital or something like that, like I'm not gonna like douse myself in cologne. You know, we're gonna keep it chill. But I try to look good as possible, as best as I can everywhere I go. But obviously you don't want patients to. Oh. Okay, you mean like? Okay, all right. Yeah, for a woman. Yeah, I get it. Showing less skin. Gotcha. Okay. See, it's different for us as guys. I remember a guy told me I don't usually take my work home with me, but I'll take you any day. Oh, oh. Okay. Is this a pickup line? Did the line work? I'm curious. Did that line work? I'm very curious. Does hypomania damage your brain? Yeah, I would say that the more exaggerated the manic episode, the more it ages you. With hypomania, it's not as pronounced, so you stand a better chance than somebody who's having repeated manic episodes, full blown manic episodes. I haven't seen Suicide Squad, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't get that reference. What led to you to pick this field? Oh, my dad recommended it for me. He was like, "Oh, you looking to work at the psych hospital?" I was like, "Okay." I did it because I was like, "Might as well." And one of the best decisions of my life, truly. I don't know what I'd be doing if I hadn't listened to him. Like I wouldn't be Dr. Kojo. So yeah, that was his pickup line since I was a coworker. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, I mean, I thought that line would have worked. I thought that line would have worked. I mean, I'm sure if you had delivered it more charming, in a more charming way, it could have worked. Yes, psychosis can affect your brain, but this is more so like when it keeps happening, like multiple psychotic episodes, multiple manic episodes. Let me see. Any advice for someone that has not been diagnosed but think this may be an issue? And Anna Karina on TikTok. I bring it up to my psych. Let them know what you're experiencing, and you can also let them know what you think it is. A lot of doctors sometimes don't like that. I don't mind. Like a patient coming to me and saying, "Oh, I think that I may have this." Like, I don't know. Do I have this? Because at least that way, if you don't have it, your provider will have to justify why they think you don't have it. And as y'all go back and forth, you can figure out whether you have it or not, and if you do, what the next course of action would be. So there's nothing wrong with asking that question. Snowcone says, I would use that pickup line without breaking eye contact. Oh, look, if you're flirting, you got to keep the eye contact strong. Like when you're flirting, the eyes are so important. When you make eye contact with somebody in a sensual way and you're flirting, that second to second and a half of eye contact unbroken is very powerful. You're communicating a lot of things with your eyes, but you got to be very confident. You got to be very confident. What's my best pickup line? My best pickup line is, "Hi, I'm Kojo. What's your name?" I just say my name. At this point, I just say my name, and it works. I mean, like, it'd be nice to have like a witty pickup line. If the person likes you, you can't miss. Like, you can never miss. Like, you just won't be able to miss. But I just say, "Hi, I'm Kojo." And that works. But a lot of women come up to me at this point too. So I rarely initiate conversation when I go out. Like, people will come up and talk to me. That line wouldn't work on me because he sounds more interested in sex than a relationship. Well, in the beginning, for guys, this is, you have more interest in sex than the relationship. Like, that's just the truth. I know some women may not want to hear that, but you don't know if you want to be with somebody until like you feel out their vibe and so on and so forth. Is it possible for someone who is no longer married to believe that the previous illusions were real? Potentially. You can have some residual psychosis. Potentially. My cousin told a lady, "Pardon me, have you seen my wife?" I like this. It worked. It worked. Shout out to your cousin. That was smooth. He a smooth operator. That's a smooth operator. I like that. I like that. And I can understand that it would take red flag. Advice on ADHD having hard time finding stable work because of attendance issues. I would say if you can live close to wherever you decide to work, if you can live close to your place of employment, that would be helpful. Because sometimes it is hard to get to places on time. So if you want to work in if you know where you want to work, and you can live close to work, that'd be my best piece of advice. My favorite antidepressant, TikTok won't let me make medication recommendations, but a lot of them are helpful. EMDR, I think EMDR can be helpful. I've seen it be a big game changer for people. So I think EMDR could be helpful. Someone says, "You look very familiar. Have you played in any movies?" Okay, have y'all seen The Walking Dead? Have y'all seen The Secret Life of Pets 2? Well, I've seen both of those. I don't know where you see me in. Maybe you see me on my skits or something like that, online. Not in any movies. I do have one Netflix credit, but not in any movies. But just probably all over your phone. All over your phone. You probably see me on your phone. So that's where you know me from. How many years of school did I do? Oh my goodness. 9 in total. A year and a half of clinicals for the last degree. Right. You did see me in Texas. Allison, I got you on that one. uh, oh, shout out to working from home. I forgot to I forgot to give that as a suggestion for the person who is having attendance issues. If you can find a work from home job, that's you know that's clearly like I think a hack for neurodivergence. Like that could be very helpful. Could be very helpful because sometimes just people it's just too much. With people is just too much. Sometimes you just need your own space, like permanently, forever, forever and forever. You just need your own space sometimes. Gut health is related to mental health. It is. It is. Serotonin is produced in the brain and in the gut. So it's important to keep that in mind. We Christian, what's the topic for tomorrow? I'm just we do have I should mention this. I don't mention enough, but we have the private community for the Neurodivergent Lab, and we will have a live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be, but I will have a meeting with my assistant tonight, and we will discuss that. But I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be dope. That's the Neurodivergent Lab. The link for that is in the bio. The link for that's in the bio. Yeah, we're at the 1 hour mark, Leilani. I see it. We'll do 10 more minutes of Q&A. I may free ball it. I gotta see what John has for me, but I may free ball it. We may free ball it. I free ball a lot of things. I don't like to free ball all the time, but a lot of times the free balling works. I've become so accustomed to free balling. Not physically though. I don't like physical free balling, but like this free balling. Just with no contact with my mother. Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. How long does Happy Mania typically last? It can last for months, but the minimum is at least 4 days with Happy Mania, and with Mania, at least a week. So it says, say free balling one more time. Free balling one more time. I just said it. How often do you see people with cardiac issues have anxiety as well because of physical symptoms? So you can have physical symptoms of anxiety even without cardiac issues, but I think when you have cardiac issues, it's harder to tell if it's like am I having a stroke or am I having a panic attack? So it can be kind of hard to tell the difference between. But you can have cardiac issues and have panic attacks and anxiety. Any free support groups? So Lizzie, there should be free support groups, especially if you look on Facebook. And when you type it in on Facebook, it'll let you know like what the requirements to join are. So Facebook groups, there are a lot of Facebook groups. A lot of Facebook groups. Oh, I was a little quiet last time on the Neurodivergent Lab, the first meeting. I wanted people to introduce themselves, and I wanted people to. It's not often that I'm not talking like that. I think people are so used to me talking. Yeah, I like to talk. Listening can be a little hard, but I've learned to become better at listening. So I have to remind myself to listen. It's kind of weird, but I've become so much better at that, and I'm proud of that because I can talk my butt off. Thanks to you, I'm finally getting a diagnosis for autism and ADHD from being diagnosed ADHD for years. Congratulations, House of Troy Bolton. What a name. Shout out to High School Musical. I'm happy that I can get that reference. Shout out to High School Musical. Listening to hear and listening to respond is huge. It is. You have to, especially if you have ADHD, you have to train your mind into listening and trying to process what people are saying instead of having that next thing that's on your mind. Because sometimes I feel like if I don't say what I'm going to say, then I'm going to forget it. So it's a skill. It's a skill. He says, I love your reels. They seem real. Says he, I try my best. I'm taking off my mask. I'm taking out the mask. I'm doing my best to be, authentic. I'm free balling. So I'm showing myself. I'm as authentic as I can be. Let's just say that. Sometimes the mask, you got to have your mask on every now and then, but I think I'm as authentic as I can be. Oh, High School Musical is a classic if you haven't seen it. I think it should be required for every adult to watch High School Musical if you've never seen it. There are certain movies that should be required for everybody to watch, and High School Musical is one of them. I think they have like multiples. Just the first one, like the classics. There's so many references that you're gonna miss out on if you haven't seen High School Musical. Like I used to even play the game on the Wii back in the day. Like you would step on the things. No, High School Musical was right. Yeah, it's pivotal for sure. Pivotal for sure. Bad Gut and ADD. Have you seen it before? Oh yeah, definitely have seen it before. And I suggest you work on your gut. Try your best to eat whole foods, and diet is important. Diet is important. High School Musical is my special interest back in school. A lot of people really like this movie. I haven't seen Rocky either, and I know that that's also required viewing. So, look, I have a long list of movies that I have to watch. Like I know, like I'm behind on movies. It's ironic that I would, move to California and Hollywood, and I haven't watched movies. I gotta get better. I gotta get better. It takes time. I introduced my 6-year-old to High School Musical last week. She loved it. Lauren, you're doing great as a parent. You are doing great as a parent. Or the SpongeBob Jellyfish Party episode. See, that's the cool thing about being a parent. You get to put your kids onto the stuff that you grew up with. I'll be doing that for my 6 kids whenever they come out. I'm going to put all of them on my favorite movies. Mrs. Doubtfire, Balto, everything that I grew up on. My kids going to have to watch. Oh, the coffee slurping. Oh, it was hard to watch that short. Oh, no way. Well, Emily had to deal with it. She hung it down like a soldier. I was slurping like this. And she hung in there. So shout out to Emily on that. Shout out to Emily on that. A lot of slurping. Yeah. SpongeBob SquarePants. You got it. You got it, Patrick. Raising my girls has been so healing for my inner child. Lauren. I feel like one of the best ways to heal your inner child is to raise kids. I hope you gave her a benzo. I gave her something else. No, she's good. Emily's good. My therapist and I talk about your videos all the time. I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. I guess you could say that, a celebrity in some regards, but I'm just your neighborhood TikToker. I'm just regular, just your neighborhood TikToker. Just posting videos and doing lives to make you laugh and to help you learn something. No kids. How about I have one doggy? I got one doggy. No kids though. No kids that I know of. I can get a phone call any day now. I'm just prepared. I'm prepared. Hello, Natty. You gotta bring out Mo every now and then. You gotta bring out Mo. You gotta bring out Mo every now and then. 2 mini schnauzers. Okay. You were smart to get two. I should have gotten a second one for my dog because my dog be lonely sometimes. I should have gotten a second one. Now it's too late. My dog is a bit too territorial, but I should have gotten a second one. I wish I did. The quote about parenting this is be the person you need as a child. I'm gonna do that for my 6 kids. I wanted to slap the sipping cup. So Patrick, that show was hard for you to watch too, right? The slurping. uh, like I don't like watching videos like that. Like if I make the sound, I'm good. But if other people make the sound, it drives me up the wall. Like while I'm slurping is good, but if other people are doing it, I don't think my autism can handle that. Like I'm very sensitive to sounds. I'm very sensitive to smells. Um, like I always bring masks with me to the airport because somebody's always farting on the planes, and I've been flying the past 3 weekends. So like, yeah, I can't do certain things. Sezzy, hey, if you gotta go, I appreciate it. It's 3:35 in England, so thank you so much. And thank y'all for liking the video, even if you didn't watch more than 10 seconds, because that can be very triggering. Kind of like the video where I'm popping the balloons. That one was also triggering for a lot of people because that's a lot of popping. It's a lot of popping. Gene says, I got my dog a puppy. That's what I should have done. I should have got my dog a puppy. I should have done that. Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. Oh, some of y'all are too nice. Some of y'all are too nice. Oh, heck no. I got trapped on an Uber with my driver who wouldn't stop farting, and I was super polite that you got me messed up. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. First of all, 0 stars. Okay. Second of all, I'm cracking the window all the way. I'm gasping for air, like, like you're gonna crack that window for me. You're not gonna kill me. It was a long ride too. What's wrong with you? You're not gonna kill me. Are you trying to kill me? You're not gonna. Why are you trying to kill me? Oh nah, disgusting, disgusting. You're trying to kill me. Nah, I'm gonna have you tried for attempted murder. You're trying to kill me. Ah, heck no. Baby pop more than balloons. Depending on what she look like. Depending on what she look like. It depends. If I like her. If I like her. Oh, my goodness. No, I don't know why he didn't let down the window, but you have to take the initiative and you have to let the window down. Oh my goodness. No, I can't do smells. I cannot do smells. I cannot do smells. I just can't do smells. Like I don't know. And the older I've gotten is become way worse. I just cannot do it. I cannot do smells. I won't do smells. I choose not to do smells. I will. I'll walk. No, no. I could be vibing with a young woman and we're having a good time. If I smell one smell, I might be done for. In my younger days, no, I was horny enough to see it all the way through, but not no, I'll be done for. No, I can't do smells. Will not do smells. Won't do smells. Ridiculous. I can't do smells. What's your favorite Ghanaian meal? Oh, it's clearly jollof rice. Jollof rice. Yeah, jollof rice by far. Alien between trauma and manic episodes. Yeah, stress and trauma and even breakups can cause manic episodes. So there's definitely a link between trauma and manic episodes. I carry perfume in my personal spray wherever I go. I might have to start doing that. I mean, like I have whenever you buy a new cologne, they give you like little small, testers or whatever. I always keep those with me. Like I gotta smell good, and I need you to smell good. But that Uber driver. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. What are your current safe foods? It's a good question right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hungry. Hmm. I don't know. I've reached a point where I'm having a hard time figuring out my next safe food. It was chicken teriyaki and white rice, but I'm kind of running out of my taste for that. So I either have to find a new restaurant, um, or I gotta get married by next week. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But if to answer your question, chicken teriyaki, white rice, and a diet coke. Empanadas are also in there. Um, I can do pizza. I can do pizza. So yeah, that's about it. I can do kava. Um, I can't do Chipotle anymore. I can do tacos as well. Give me um a nice chicken polo taco. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Give me a nice chicken polo taco. I'll be good. I'll be good. Mm. Walking past people in Walmart. Okay, y'all took it to a different level now. Oh, Gina, I love empanadas. Ooh, I love empanadas. Ooh, yeah, I love me empanadas. I'm the exact same smells. My brain's like, what's happening? It becomes too much. Those smells are awful. Top five book recommendations. I mean, I would say my book. I have a book called Feeling Good that was released in 2022. That's my second book. So Feeling Good, a mental health workbook by Dr. Curtis Sarfo. Uh, I'm reading a book right now by Brad Jacobs called How to Make a Few $1 billion, because that's one of my aspirations in life, to make a few $1 billion so I can purchase the Tennessee Titans. So I don't have, clearly, I don't have the money to buy the Titans right now. So I'm reading a book to teach me how to make a few $1 billion. So that's what I'm reading right now. And also, I'm rereading Kevin Hart's uh, first book, or listen to the audiobook, if I'm being honest. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. It's like saying chicken polo. Chicken polo tacos. Pollo. 9 books on Audible. Wow. 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 I'm an Audible person, but I'm trying my best to learn how to read the physical books. Like, I'm trying my best. Do you know the Muffin Man? Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for your videos. As somebody who is an adult finally diagnosed with autism ADHD, I can relate. I appreciate you. We will keep these videos going. You better believe it. Lawrence has just finished reading Lost Souls Under a Full Moon, and it was great. Amazing for grief, and it's okay. Lost Souls Under a Full Moon. Cool. I read physical books on art and biographies. Oh, I love biographies. I love biographies. Like, I love biographies. I love learning about people from the past. You know, Walt Disney and Charlie Munger, Johnny Rockefeller. Clearly, they all have an entrepreneurial aspect to those books. How many hours of sleep should adults get? 6.5 to 8. Aim for that. Love your videos. Sharing them with my daughters for good laughs. We hate that we understand them. Miss Susan, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Okay. Anytime, Daisy. I appreciate you. I saw your questions on the Daisy. Ever read Mistborn? I don't know what that is. Allison said, "What's a safe food is a food that you feel safe to eat." That's a safe food right there. You call regular body odor. Now, I will say, if this is weird, but if I'm really rocking with somebody, like, I mean, I wouldn't call it love, but like if I'm really rocking with a woman, and she has like a body odor to her, I won't mind it. Like some people have their own smell. Like it's not a bad smell or like a good smell, but they have their own peculiar smell. If it's somebody I really like, I can deal with that smell, if that makes sense. It's not a bad smell, not necessarily a fragrance, but it's like their own peculiar smell. I hope that makes sense. Do you wear? Oh yes, yes, I do this on purpose. Yes, of course, duh. This is why I do it. That's like, yeah. I don't go to the gym just for funsies. Well, a primary reason for going to the gym is to make sure I don't lose it. So mentally, the gym is a hack. But oh no, that's why I wear the sleeveless shirts. Yeah, I have to show the muscles. It's kind of like when I fix my teeth. When I fix because my teeth were, you know, back in the day, my teeth were not. They weren't agreeing with each other. One didn't want to do this. The other, like my teeth were at odds with each other. And I got me a good orthodontist. I wore Invisalign a couple of times. Now I smile as often as I can. Like I'm always smiling because I need to show off my teeth. I gotta show off my teeth. I gotta show it out. Gotta show it out. What if you only smell it during sex? Well, I mean, look, if we already started, may as well finish it. But I, I would say it. No, no, I would say it. If I smell something bad, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna let you know. Not in a rude way. You don't want to make her feel bad, but I'll let you know that I smell something. You know, I smell something. And look, maybe it's me who's throwing off your pH. I don't know, but I smelled something. Why are organization games so soothing? I think it's because like there's a goal that's attached to it that we can easily, or hopefully, easily figure out. Broke up with an ex over his smell. Oof, I feel you on that one. I feel you on that. Can't do weed breath or garlic breath. Oof. Garlic breath I can't do. Maybe weed breath, but garlic breath, I'm big on that. I can't do garlic. I would say let's take this to the shower. I like that. That's a nice way to let somebody know that they smell, but that you want to continue with the shucking, but that they smell. I actually like that. I like that. I like that because I'm a fan of being honest. Like I want to tell the truth. There's a way to tell the truth though. You have tact. This way to tell people things without making them feel bad. And I don't like making people feel bad at all. I don't want to make people feel bad. It makes me feel bad to make people feel bad, but I won't withhold the truth. I will let you know. So that's a nice way. You say, hey, let's take this to the shower. Let's continue the shucking in the shower, but it's a trick to get them to wash up. I like that. I like that. That's a nice way to be nice. Growing up in our church, we had this phrase, it's nice to be nice. So it's nice to be nice. The teacher joke is funny. Add that to the book. May have to. May have to. Y'all know what my teeth used to look like. My teeth were, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The moment I finished up with the braces, I was smiling every day. Like I still go to the mirror sometimes and I can't believe that my teeth are straight. If you wear braces, you know what I'm talking about. The fact that my teeth are straight, it's a miracle. Like I don't think I have any bad days. Like I'm sure I have bad days, but my teeth are straight. Like I'm still disbelief. Like oh my God, my teeth are straight. Thank you, Jesus. Like thank you, my teeth are straight. I'm trying to pick tomorrow. We have to get a lot closer, Lovita, for me to send you a photo of my teeth. We got to get a lot closer because those are classified files. Those are classified files. Now, if Invisalign if we want to work together, if Invisalign cuts a check, I can put out that photo of what my teeth were like. But it's classified. It's classified. My teeth were struggling. My teeth were struggling. Like I used to hate picture day growing up. Like, man, like if y'all didn't have the best teeth growing up, you know what I'm talking about. I used to be like this. Like I could never like fully smile. Like I couldn't do it. Z, we're not accepting patients at the moment right now. Uh, maybe after my tour though. Yeah, after my tour, had extra bone in my gums, had surgery to remove. Well, thank God for oral surgeons, and thank God that things can be done. Like, if teeth could not be fixed, like, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Like, my confidence would, my confidence came to me from my teeth being fixed. They really did. They really did. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Yeah, I still wear retainers. I forgot them last night. But I wear retainers every night. Who are you before the teeth? Oh, insecure. I was scaled, very scaled. Yeah, like I don't know. I was just, like I mean, I would still like, in high school or college, like I would still like talk to girls like at like a really low volume. Like I was just a bit more subdued. And once I fixed my teeth, I've been confident ever since. Like, not to say that every woman in the world wants me, but like I don't fear rejection or anything. Like the teeth really brought a lot of confidence for me. So, yeah, it brought a lot of confidence for me. It's really hard with dental problems. Yeah. Well, see, some people are God's favorite, like Lady Angel Hart. My mom is this way. Her teeth are just perfect. Like no dental anything needed, just perfect teeth. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got Riz now. That's what the kids say. I got Riz now. Thankfully, I don't know what life would be without the Riz. Thankfully, I got Riz. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But even without Riz or whatever, I'm like, I still lived a good life before. But it does feel good to be Dr. Kojo. The same with me when I got my breast lifted and implants. I was depressed. Hey, sometimes you gotta bring the girl. Sometimes the girls you need, lift them up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I broke my jaw in 2013, and then my teeth came out removed. Wow, Allison, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow, I had 4 teeth removed to stop crowding. Hmm. Hmm. I'm still like that now in photos and hate it. Just can't smile on demand. Oh, I can smile on demand. I can smile on demand now, for sure. Hey, look, Leilani, if the line is like, if the pickup line to me is corny, but she looked nice, then it is what it is. Like, if it's somebody that looks good, like they can say whatever. They can say whatever. I got 310cc. That must be like the breast implants. I remember I used to date a girl who was obsessed with getting like a boob job. So me and her, like I'll look into all the stuff, like the gummy bear implants, and I know I know an uncomfortable amount uh, of information about boob jobs, and just don't ask me why. I just do. I just do. I just do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that information, but like it's yeah, gummy bear implants. I was like, gummy bear, like that looks like something that you can put in your mouth. I mean, you can put the boobs in your mouth too, but I'm like, gummy bear implants. And you have like Motiva, and it gets pretty in depth. It gets very in depth. Um, oh, the person asking about the autism assessment. I would say talk to your primary care provider. What did I walk? Oh, you walked in the wrong time. We're talking about boob implants. But to finish up about the autism assessment, your primary care provider can refer you over. Um, this age of BBLs, I went to Georgia. I'm not the biggest fan of the BBL, but like, look, I wore Invisalign 3 times to fix my teeth. So like, who am I to talk about anybody who wants to do something for themselves? But I'm not a BBL fan. And I'm really a BBL fan. I have nothing against like boob jobs. I'm a proponent of those BBLs, and they're actually dangerous too. Like they're like you can get pulmonary embolism from them. They're not, but hey, if that's your thing, like, hey, it is what it is. I spent almost $5,000 on Invisalign. I spent more on that. I had to get dental implants as well because I was missing a tooth, so I was really struggling. Yeah, boobs are fun. For the person who just walked in on the live stream, and the first words that they heard were "boobs are fun," they're like, "What are they talking about?" If I tapped and open a live stream and the first words that the person said were "boobs are fun," that would be an instant follow for me. I would instantly follow because I think boobs are fun. Let's see. I have a doctor of nursing practice degree, Z. Specialty in psychiatry and mental health. Good question. We go places others don't. No. Hey, shoot. Hey, we talk about it all. I know people are confused, like, why are you talking about boobs? Like, it's never a wrong time to not talk about it. But yeah, this is definitely different from your average doctor's live stream. We gotta educate and entertain over here. Fellow RDHD. Okay. Welcome, Jade. This sounds so silly, but if I get LASIK, I'll still wear non-prescribed glasses frames still. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. I got LASIK, and sometimes I will wear glasses just, for style purposes. I get that. Like, it's for style. You want the style. You want the style. My boobs fed my son for 3 years. Okay. Shout out to the breastfeeding moms. Boobs have fed me for 33 years. So shout out to that. A president that opens with, maybe I should. Are you telling me I should run for president? Should I run for president? That'll be my whole campaign. That's all. Boobs are fun, guys. Boobs are fun. People are like, yeah. That's funny. The State of the Union address. I come out and say, guys, boobs are fun. God bless America. Thank you. I think that would unite us. Right now, we need unity more than anything. We need unity more than anything. Have you ever felt the pain of losing a retainer? Yes, I have. I've spent over $2,000 due to either lost or chewed up retainers. So yeah, I know. I pay the ADHD tax. I definitely do. No, the boob talk brought a lot of people to the live stream. I should have put that in the title of the live stream. Just say boobs. Like, people are like, is Dr. Kojo okay? Oh yeah, my dog would chew up the retainers. For some reason, my dog likes to chew up the retainers. Doc, where's the missus? Oh, she's in timeout. She's hiding in the back. She's in timeout. Oh, Zoe was chewed many retainers. Oh my goodness, many retainers. So, and she was appropriately disciplined. Let's just say that. My goodness. I want veneers, but was told it would require extensive work. I used to want veneers as well until I just, fixed it. My retainer is broken in half, and I still use that thing. I don't know if that's good, but hopefully your teeth are okay, Maya. Mrs. is getting boobs for a kid. I like boobs. Mark, I appreciate you. A friend has texted that Drake is dropping 3 albums tonight. Oh, today's gonna be a good day. We're talking about boobs, and Drake is dropping 3 albums tonight. God is good. God is good. Some people get veneers and look like the dog commercial. If you can fix your teeth without veneers, it'll look more natural. But I've seen some veneers that, like, you would think that it's real teeth. Some veneers are pretty realistic looking. Okay, we switched from balls to boobs. Good. I like boobs. Balls, no. I mean, like for me, but balls, no. All right, guys, let me see. So tomorrow no live stream, but live stream with my private neurodivergent community. I should probably open it up. We should talk about boobs tomorrow in the live. Let me tell John something real quick. John, give me about like 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna go walk Zoe after my live stream, and then I'll hop on our team meeting. Yeah, we got a team meeting tonight. Yeah, for our private neurodivergent community tomorrow, I should open it up with I like boobs. That's probably how we should open up things, because that's what's in my mind. But as far as the live stream for this week, we're done. We're back again Tuesday next week at 9 p.m. California time, which is 6 o'clock on the West Coast. So that's 9 o'clock in New York, which is 8 o'clock in Dallas, which is 7 o'clock in Phoenix, which is 6 o'clock in Seattle, which is 5 o'clock in Alaska, which is 4 o'clock in Hawaii, which is 2 a.m. in the United Kingdom. All right. So we are back with the live streams next week. I'm excited. This is the first weekend that I don't have to travel anywhere. So that'll be cool for me. I'll definitely catch up on some sleep. I'll look through my content. Of course, prepare for the show that we have in Nashville, Tennessee. May 31st, we're going to be at the Zany's Lab in Nashville, Tennessee. Can you believe it? We sold out the first show. So we added a second one. So that's May 31st, Nashville, Tennessee at the Zany's Lab. The very next week, we're going to be in New York City, June 11th. The following week after that, we're going to be in Chicago, Illinois, June 18th. So for more information on tickets, hit the link in the bio. All right? Hit the link in the bio. So I hope y'all get some rest tonight. I hope y'all are able to refresh yourselves, and hope y'all have a great weekend. God bless America, and I love boobs. Y'all take care.